Imagine being able to go anywhere in the world with your grandkids and your kids, not worrying about money and not worrying about time. That's the goal for most people in retirement. If you don't know me, my name is Stacy. I'm 58 years old. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a grandma, and I'm a first grade teacher. And 13 months ago, my husband and I did not think we were ever going to be able to retire. We looked at our finances way too late. It's definitely our fault. But the truth is that the world changed so much faster than anybody imagined. And we were all taught that you go to school, you get a job, you work that job 40 plus years, and then you magically retire at the age of 65. Does that sound familiar to you too? Unfortunately, those days are gone. That is for previous generations and does not work anymore. So what do we do in our 50s, our 60s, our 70s when we come to this realization that, okay, I've been doing this job forever and I'm approaching the end of my career and I don't have enough to retire with? Well, most of us don't want to accept that as our future, never being able to retire. And most of us don't want to just exist in retirement without having any money to do anything with, right? So my husband and I, we made a decision. We decided we weren't going to accept that as our future. We were going to find a way to make money online because we knew people were making money online, right? You hear about it. We didn't know what they were doing. We didn't know how they were doing it. But we also knew that we're fairly intelligent people, and if they could do it, why couldn't we, right? So we went looking in social media world, just like you, and we were literally inundated. As soon as you type those words in, work from home, make money from home, any of those searches, you are inundated with different opportunities. And it was really confusing because as a complete beginner, we didn't know what we were looking for. And it was very difficult to weed out or weed through what was real and what wasn't real, what was going to be right for us and what wasn't. And we kind of kept coming up against the same 4 stumbling blocks. Sorry, my nose is itchy. The same 4 stumbling blocks. Number 1, who do you trust, right? That's a big one because most people are very, very skeptical about anything out there on the internet. And we were too. So that's totally understandable. Number 2, we kept getting stuck on how much is it going to cost to get started? We knew we'd have to make some sort of an investment, but we had limited funds. So it had to work within our budget. And number 3, is there proof that this is actually working? Whatever the thing is it working for people? Are people making good money doing the thing? Because we weren't looking to make a few dollars on a sale. We were looking for high income. If we were ever going to change our future and we had a short amount of time to do that in, it's not like we had 30 years to let our wealth grow. If we were going to make money, it had to be good. It had to be good money. So we were looking and we kept getting stuck on those 3 things. And then we got super lucky because we didn't even have social media presence. All we had was each of us had our own Facebook account. And I happened to see a post on Facebook from somebody that I've known since I'm 15 years old. And she posted that she was involved in an online business. Okay, I didn't know what she was doing. I didn't know if it was going to be right for us, but it was worth a phone call because you know what? I knew I could trust her. I knew she wasn't going to lie to us, right? So I called her up. I said, I saw your post. What are you doing? And she said, I am doing digital marketing. Now, I don't know about you, but anything with the word digital in it is scary to me. Pardon me. Because I don't have tech skills. My husband doesn't have tech skills. We didn't even know what digital marketing was. But she very quickly calmed us down and she was like, guys, listen, I was a complete beginner when I got started. I didn't know anything about digital marketing. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know anything about it. But this particular program is a step-by-step, simple to follow system that's actually built for beginners. So we said, okay, tell us a little bit more. And she said, well, I've been doing this for 2 months, and I've already made over $9,000. Well, that definitely got her attention because 2 months she already made $9,000 and she was a complete beginner like us. Tell us more. So she told us a little more and then she quickly sent us to her website. She wanted us to check out the free information on her website, write down some questions and come back to her with questions. And that's exactly what we did. Here's some of the things that we learned. First of all, digital marketing is a $1.2 billion a day industry, projected by Forbes, Money Magazine, and Wall Street Journal to be a $3 billion a day industry just in 2027, which is around the corner. So this is a business, this is an industry, the e-learning, digital marketing space is in a growth pattern. That was a positive. We didn't want to get involved in something that might disappear in 6 months or a year, right? She also said in her website information that she only has to work 2 hours a day on this business. That was important to us too, because I'm a first grade teacher, I'm still working full time, and I could work 2 hours into the pockets of my day. My husband, he wanted to retire, so he wasn't looking for a full-time commitment again. 2 hours worked for us. The other thing, another thing that we learned is that we never have to call anybody. We never have to DM anybody. We never have to cold message anybody because this is a business done through something called attraction marketing, as opposed to like an MLM, which is like repelling marketing. And attraction marketing is simply this. People see a video that we post or people see a live when we're live on TikTok or YouTube, and they inquire about getting more information. Well, once you request more information from us, of course we're going to talk to you. But we never have to go looking for customers. We never have to go knocking on people's doors and asking them to listen to our new thing. We never have to tap people on the shoulder and say, can you listen to my new thing? None of that. That was one thing we knew we did not want. We've done that 12 years ago. We got involved in an MLM and it did not work well for us. We found it cringy, having to bother friends and family all the time. So we loved the fact that this is the opposite of that. We never have to do that. We also learned that we have a completely automated sales process. So even though we only work 2 hours a day, our automated sales process works for us 24/7. So I'll give you a perfect example of that. I was lying in my bed the other night, reading my book. There was a notification on my phone. And that notification told me that $900 got deposited into my bank account. Now, I wasn't working, but my automations were working for me. The automated sales process does all the follow-up for us and all the selling for us. So even though we only work 2 hours a day, our business is open 24/7. These were all really new ideas for us, but because this is a beginner-friendly system, we could learn them in little manageable bites. We also earn 100% profit of everything that we sell. So if you've been involved in any other kind of business before, you know you only get a little piece. The company gets a piece. Maybe someone above you gets a piece. You get a piece from somebody below you, all that stuff. No. In the digital space like this, with this program, everything we sell, we get 100% profit. So all of these things were like, wow, 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 right? And again, I knew somebody who was doing this and had made $9,000 in just 2 months' time. Well, fast forward to today, we've been doing this business for a year, and now we're earning $900 days and $1,200 days. We earned over $13,000 in 60 days, and we were complete beginners. This has totally changed our financial future. All of our hopes and dreams for what we wanted for our retirement were looking very grim. And now everything is sunshiny. We now know that we're going to be able to do that. My husband was able to retire already, and now we're working on me. If you have been worried about ever being able to retire comfortably, if you've been worried about how you're ever going to get there, there's so many opportunities online to make money, and we looked at them. You probably have too. But the first step is getting the information. And you can grab our free information. It's totally free. There's absolutely no obligation at all. But you can grab our free information in the link below. Just tap on it, request the free information, and take a look at it. take a look at it, my friend, because this is the real deal. This is a legitimate way of making really good money quickly. I would love to help you. My husband would love to help you. We're here to answer any questions you may have, but check it out. Click the link below and get the ball rolling.